How do I determine the number of solar panels I'll need for my property?
The most important factor is how much electricity you use. Most electricity bills will actually have a bar graph on the side that'll show you the average kilowatt hours every month you're using. The great news is we can use that to determine exactly how many panels you would need to offset that usage. The other piece of it really is figuring out the orientation and dimensions of the roof. We can do that just by looking at Google Maps and kind of getting a sense of what your property looks like. With those two pieces of information, we can give you a really good sense of how many panels you're going to need to really offset that usage.
How do I know if my roof is the right fit for a solar installation?
The most important thing is the direction your roof faces. Ideally, you'll have a south-facing direction that you can use to install the solar panels on. If you have east and west, though, it's still considered a high productivity area. Beyond the direction that the roof faces, the second most important thing is whether or not there's lots of shading hitting the roof. So determining if there's big trees or big buildings that are going to cast a shadow and reduce that solar productivity is part of the process of determining whether or not your roof is a good candidate. The last piece is really figuring out whether or not your roof type is really conducive for a solar installation. Not every roofing material is easy for our guys to work on as others, but we're more than happy to kind of walk you through that whole process and determine whether or not your house would be a good candidate for solar.
Can I sell my electricity back to the grid if I produce too much?
One of the wonderful things about living in this part of the world is we have an amazingly sunny summers. Most clients will find themselves in the position where they have to sell power back to the utility company for 3 to 4 months of the year. The utility company will pay you a credit for that power when you do sell it. And the really great thing is those credits can apply, so when you get into those winter months when the sunlight starts diminishing, they'll help you pay off your bill so you're not seeing a really large increase in cost throughout the year.
Thanks for watching The Marc and Mandy Show. Like our video by clicking below and subscribe to our YouTube channel.